works so much better than I thought it was going to. I like this. So yeah, this is not my usual room. I've moved into my college dorm. I usually don't make videos in my dorm because no space, but I got bored this weekend and I'm here alone, so why not? I have been very out of practice with my drawing, so I decided to give myself a little challenge and try drawing Pokemon from memory. Because every artist on the planet has done this and originality is dead. So yeah, this is honestly just a quick little fun thing because I wanted to do something and I thought it would be cool. Let's get started. So here's how I'm going about this challenge. I've googled a random number generator and I've set it from 1 to 898. I'm not including any Paldean Pokemon because they don't have numbers in the Pokédex yet because the game's not out at the time of recording this. And then once I'm given a number, instead of Googling it, because Google shows you the image of the Pokemon along with its Pokédex entry, I did test this out. I will be using a search browser that I like to use called Ecosia, because it does not show you the image. I tested this out. And, bonus points, every time you search something, you plant a tree. I'm gonna use this first one as kind of my example for how the rest of these work. I got a number, Googled a name, and took about 5-10 minutes to draw whichever Pokemon I got. I don't really have all these numbers memorized, so I did not know some of these off the top of my head. I didn't also want to go super duper detailed because, again, I don't really remember everything about them. I just kind of have the vague idea of what the Pokemon looks like in my head. And then when I'm done, I pulled up the actual image to show what I got wrong and what I got right. Surprisingly, I didn't get a lot of the newer ones like Runerigus here. I think this was the only Galarian Pokemon that I got. I definitely got the older ones down more than the newer ones, and that's not to be all, oh, Gen 1 designs suck, but it's just a little harder to remember the newer ones just because they're still so fresh in my memory. One thing I noticed while I was generating these numbers is that I just so happened to get a lot of the smaller or sometimes the baby Pokemon, which I'm not complaining, they're adorable, but I was hoping for a little bit more diversity in terms of size, shape, and colors. I did like the selection that I got, like Magby here, adorable, but it could have been a little more interesting, you know? There are so many unique designs within this franchise, and that I only got a couple of tiny ones is a little disappointing. Oh my gosh, we're at Lotad. Lotad, I had to stop and laugh so many times at this one because I just made him look so stupid. And I mean this in the most affectionate way possible. He's adorable. Just look at him, oh my god. Another problem that I noticed I was having is that a lot of these numbers were in super close proximity to each other. Like here, we got Sandshrew, Kanto Pokemon, easy peasy, original 151, pretty iconic design. But then the next 3 or 4 were all from Sinnoh and Unova, and all within like 100 digits of each other. That definitely added to the diversity problem that I was talking about a moment ago. Because, again, I really wanted to draw more and test my skills out. I don't really remember what Timber looks like. I just knew that he was a little guy with a piece of wood. You can see when I'm coloring him that I actually accidentally made him look a little more like the shiny. I didn't even know what the shiny looked like before this. But yeah, I did that completely unintentionally. Again, you can see here, we're at Probopass. I was getting a lot of the oddball Pokemon from those regions too. Like, even if they're good or people use them a lot, they're more forgettable, I guess. And I do like some of the more forgettable characters, but it was just a little weird that I kept getting ones from, like, this specific set. Here, I straight up forgot that Wormadam existed. I was honestly just kind of going off what I knew Burmy looked like. I never had an incentive to evolve a Burmy before, so I really didn't care about Wormadam. I'm so off. At this point, I was starting to give up, and I believe I got, yes, Kadabra here. And you can just see as I'm drawing him that I am taking multiple artistic liberties. This is absolutely not accurate in the slightest, but it gets the idea across. It's the right colors, it's got some details, it has the spoon. If you showed like a 5-year-old that and said that's Kadabra, they'd believe it. And here's the finished result. Hope you guys enjoyed, because I sure did. This was wild. Goodbye.